look on your face. There's no other place it could be found. It stays with me for days, and it lifts my feet up from the ground. I can see it in your eyes. You're a secret in disguise. Heavy as the sunrise, you share the moon with day and night. You can be the only one to hold the high. Every risk you take, stripped away of hesitation. There's nothing in your way. You create your own salvation. I can feel you hypnotize, and the movement of the tide. Heavy as the sunrise, you share the moon with day and night. You can be the only one to hold the high. By the shore, I'm holding on, diving into my emotion. Hear me cry, tears are falling from the sky. Don't give in, sometime we'll get up and fly. The waves come crashing down. Stand up, don't fall and drown. There's
All right, we are back once again for the gold division. We're throwing it down to Ocean, where we see two teams battling it out. It is the AK Jasmine Dragons sitting 1-1, taking on the 1-1 Literal Monkeys Water. Should be a good game. I'm Jackson. Joining me is none other than Fury and our wonderful producer Pop Tart. How are we doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm excited for this because I do think at this point, Monkey's Water have the terrain advantage
Okay,
coming in
fair.
on their home field.
I would agree. Yeah. We'll see what the soul is for this best of 3 in game 1 as well. We're gonna get into draft in just a minute or 2, whenever both of these teams are ready up. But yeah, so looking at these standings, both of them so it does look like, AK Jasmine has gone 0-2 week 1 and 2-0. Meanwhile, Literal Monkeys going the full distance, playing 6 games in their first 2 BO3. So we'll see if the mental fortitude is there.
Yeah, I feel like there's a good time to really come out of their shell. Week 3, I think is a very strong week coming in. I think by the third week, you should kind of have an idea of how your opponent plays if you're really
Mhm.
scouting them and paying attention to their
Yeah.
previous games. So this is a game where I feel like these teams are going to start becoming their strongest
Mhm.
and be able to. I think is going to be a 2-0 for one of these teams, or
All
should
right,
be.
we'll see. But we are in pick and ban right now. So AK Jasmine Dragons going to be on the blue side, while Litter Monkeys Water in on the red side. I don't think are there any e subs, or are they just taking an absurdly long time to
I
ban?
believe.
It
I
doesn't
don't
look
think
like
there
it's an e
should
sub at that
be.
point. Then,
Yeah, I don't know myself.
Mhm.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I mean, first off, it is the Zach ban now.
Okay, yeah,
So,
we're gonna see Water take away the Zac. Pretty easy champion to play if you're in the jungle. I mean, he's a tank, great engage,
Mhm.
very early
Yeah,
engage, a lot of CC.
definitely. If you're looking for a champion kind of start team fights off. Pretty easy to execute. Zach is definitely one of those long range engages that pretty much terrorizes low elo. So I think it's a pretty smart
Mhm.
band coming out of Little Monkey's Water here.
For sure. I mean, Zach, Nunu, Sejuani, I think are kind of the trifecta of just three bruisers that are pretty easy to play and doing a
Hmm.
lot of damage. I will say that we have been confirmed that there is a two-ban loss for AK. So that's why they got rid of those first two there. Hecarim going to be banned by then against a rocker over there, DeAndre Jarvin, if you will. And the Zeri is the first
Ooh,
to get
the
picked up.
Zeri. All right, so that's interesting. I don't think Zeri is as strong as she was when she kind of first came out, but
Hmm.
I mean, Fiora Akali taken away as well as the Hecarim. Hecarim's really rising in priority right now, so that's going to be a big one to take away. And I want to see what they answer. The Jinx,
For sure.
obviously, Jinx is a very good ADC, but you know what I really like in Azeri? I
Hmm.
love Aphelios. There's
Yeah,
nothing you can
just
do. Just
matching.
root her up, lock her down. Yeah, just blow her
Yeah.
up, call it a day. Point and click, easy to do. But Jinx, if they play Thresh, I'd like to see it. Nautilus might not be too bad, but I know they play a lot of Pike, and I'm a little worried if they pull out the Thresh Pike bot lane or the Jinx
Mhm.
Pike bot lane, but it looks like it will be the Nautilus locked in for
Oh,
that security.
yeah, I'm surprised on that they don't just go for the hard kill on there. I think if it was a Aphelios, it might be a good play.
Mhm.
Aphelios Pike, maybe even a Aphelios Thresh. Just to keep Zeri locked down. Nautilus is good because he has that point and click, just auto attack stun to root her up. But Zeri can be a menace. We obviously saw how much she was doing in the pro scene down here in the low league
Ooh.
old leagues, though. I'm not sure how
Mhm.
well she's going to fare. But I imagine if you're good on Zarya, it's one of those chambers you're just good with.
For sure, a
It's
lot of
either feast or
mobility.
famine.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of mobility, a lot of utility to kind of just get around team fights and kind of get to the skirmishes before the bot lane of Little Monkey's Water. And
Mhm,
we were talking about getting onto this area point and click CC. That's a bit of a problem when you pick Morgana to get the Black Shield on this area to let them kind of run around and
mhm,
terrorize these team fights. Thunder locked in for the jungle as well. That's a pretty decent blind pick in the jungle. A lot of solid
mhm.
matchups, early skirmishing. So I want to see what Water answers with here.
Yeah, I feel like they just go. Who was it? we saw last week get picked in the Trundle. Kindred, right? I believe is what we saw. I don't know. I don't think
Yes,
Rocker plays
yes.
Kindred though. Is
Yeah.
the issue? He likes to play more Bruisers and Zhao. He doesn't like J4. He does love the
Mhm.
Udyr. And it looks like he will
Ooh, the
lock the Udyr into
Udyr.
the
All
Trundle. I haven't
right.
seen it in a minute, and he's pretty good with it when he's good. But it's just like the Zeri. It's where either you're
Mhm.
good and you pop off, or you get set behind early, and it's not great.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. So the Udyr locked in. I want to see what they kind of draft around now because at this point we're just kind of walking at them, and
Mhm.
that is a little concerning because obviously Morgana Trundle able to just kind of kite backwards with this. So we see the Lux taken away, as well as the Mordekaiser. So last two bands here. What do you
Mordekaiser
so
is my
far?
man.
What do you think of these bot lane jungle matchups right now?
I kind of feel like in the early game, I feel like Water have a little bit of a better advantage just in the 2v2
Hmm.
slightly. And that's from like levels 1 through 3 where they
Yeah,
can just
fair.
kind of sit
Ooh,
back and farm and Jinx can poke a little
yeah,
bit. Later on though, that Trundle can get messy.
yeah. Everything's banned away, so Corki just free to be picked up in the mid lane, up against
Yep.
the Twisted Fate though, and I've been waiting for that. That is a huge pick right now, and it's actually kind of crazy. It got this far into the draft without seeing a ban on it or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's very weird to see certain champions like this. I understand the Victor ban, the Ari ban,
Oh,
understandable.
they're
Corki
gonna go into
making it
Tom
through.
Kench. That's not too bad though.
TK Kench has
So
been unbenched. I'm a big fan.
is this because solo Kench not doing so hot anymore? Is this a mid lane Morgana that we're looking at here?
Potentially, I do like the idea of mid lane Morgana, especially if it is against
Yeah,
this Corki here, just because she has very good wave clear.
yeah. So actually, yeah, I think that's gonna be a mid lane Morgana, which is just as just as fine. Can link up with the Trundle in the jungle and kind of let him run the Udyr down. So that'll be something interesting to see if they can kind of
Mhm.
connect on that. And the last pick going up in the top lane, what do we think it's gonna be?
Top lane into the Gwen, probably something like maybe a Shen. There's the Mundo that was gonna be next. Just
Yeah.
something tanky. You want to take into her that can fight up close.
Yeah. All right. So we see these two lineups. Pretty. I don't think anything too crazy. I think the Morgana in the mid lane is a little bit different
Hmm.
than what we've normally seen, but we've seen a lot of supports recently kind of line up in that mid lane position and do well. So
Very
a little
true.
bit more damage than what we're normally used to. But I think looking at these two comps, who do you feel has the edge heading into game one?
It really depends on how the early to mid game is played. I think whoever has that early lead is going to be able to just walk away with it because they're almost virtually the same teams. If you just look at the way they're playing, I think Gwen is the only exception, really. Very late game, hard scaling, AP kind of burst mid laners with a lot of sustain. ADCs that rely on getting attack speed and movement
Yeah.
speed on their passive, bruiser jungles, and tank top lanes. So I think it really comes down to the first 10, 15 minutes of the game. I think whoever is ahead by the 15-minute mark is going to walk away with the win.
All right, fair enough. Well, you've heard it here. We're going to throw to a quick break, and when we are back, it will be game one of AK Jasmine Dragons taking on Little Monkeys Water. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. right, we are back. The AK Jasmine Dragons on the blue side, Literal Monkeys Water on the red side. Game 1 of this best of 3 for week 3 of the Gold League. Again, I'm Traxon. Joining me is Fury and our wonderful producer Pop Tart to get into the action.
Everybody's sitting up on a standard 5-point here. Traxon, what are you thinking as far as the teams go? I gave my opinion before you send it off to a break. What are you thinking on them?
There's a lot of scaling on the side of Literal Monkeys, but again, like I was a little worried about, they literally just walk forwards, and if a dark binding hits or something like that, there's nothing they can do, right? Like it's just such a hard time to pick these fights. We're gonna have to get some creative flanks from DeAndre Jarvin and the Mundo, I think, to kind of force the issue. But I don't know. It's gonna be hard in my opinion.
I think it is hard early, but I think and I should hope they're going to be playing for later because everybody on their team,
scaling.
besides Jinx wants to be in front, right? So
Mhm.
Mundo wants to run at you, Udyr wants to run at you, Nautilus wants to hit you with a hook into your ult, and then Corki wants to use his package to go in.
Exactly. Yeah. So they
if
do
they
have the
all
Corki
go
package.
in,
Mhm.
Morgana can hit one person with that, and then maybe use
Yeah,
Soul
for
Shackles.
sure. Yeah.
But after that, you
They-
got nothing.
I think a lot of this relies on Chinese Spy here to come in with phenomenal Corki packages to set the team up in these team fights. If those aren't there, I think it's going to be difficult for them to navigate these team fights and kind of get in on the carries of Jasmine Dragons.
Wait, did the Corki nerf go through yet with the timer on his
Oh,
package?
I don't know. I'd have to look.
Sure, someone in chat will let me know. I know there was this whole thing with Corki's package coming out. I don't know if that was the most recent patch or if that's next. It did. Okay. So even with the Corki nerfs, I guess he's still going to be good enough.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see. He has to do well. Level 2 does come through. The hook not going to connect. The zap does though, but able to walk away. AK Jasmine Dragons a little bit disrespectful on the level 2. Does take a turret shot though, so Jinx losing a little bit of HP. But,
Yeah, not
be
too
alright,
great on the trade. Started off fine, though. Obviously, life steal that back with the Doran's Blade. Off the initial start, though, not what I expected. I guess it is. I said they were going to win in the initial 2v2, but I figured I would be wrong, honestly. And it is actually going their way. Oh, nice binding with that Tormented Soil going to go down. It's not called Tormented Soil, is it anymore? What is it called?
That is
Tormented Shadow. I'm not calling it that.
Did they really? I totally
They changed it to Tormented Shadow, and I'm not calling it that.
I didn't even realize that happened. I've been
Nice
calling it for so long.
You just keep calling that as well.
Yeah. Other than that, just regular trading. There is the jungler up in the top lane. That is a ward though. He's gonna respect all the wraparound. Is it gonna come through though?
You can't miss that. That's a very crucial machete that misses.
Well played. Yeah. A little bit more trading in the bottom. So Literal Monkeys Water bot lane kind of coming up big right now in these trades. Just able to keep themselves safe with that aftershock. Best by support just going in and tanking up a lot of the damage in this area. Again, early games area not going to do as much right now as Vandal hasn't been able to get aggressive with the Tom Kench either.
It hasn't really been able to do too much, even farming up top. But Swag
this could be a 1v1 kill here. Yep. Swag
one more Q.
The Ghost gets popped. The Q does miss though. And what is interesting, I didn't expect them to run the Ghost. I expected them to go with the Ignite up in the top lane, but opted in for the Ghost here.
I mean, Ghost kind of makes sense because when Mundo gets on top of you, you want to be able to use that Ghost to turn
here,
run.
though. Yep,
here
definitely comes the knock up the flash to follow the pillar. Is there a great chomper though, and they might
be a big turn.
A flash comes through. Vandal in trouble. Does have to flash out, but not yet able to kite back. Attack Titan solo. The flash comes through. No flashes to follow right now. The Jinx rockets out of mana though. And it is a trade of flashes, the ADC for Waters, as well as the bot and the jungle. So that is definitely a favorable trade for Literal Monkeys Water in the 3v3.
Yeah, the only person not flashing down there was Best by support.
Yeah.
I feel like DeAndre Jarvin flashed maybe a little bit too early. I think he was close enough to get on top of them. But regardless, still got 2 flashes out of the bot lane, which is very good. And nice turnaround, which was not looking like it was going to be in Water's favor. And speaking of favor...
The Gwen's going in. Yeah, doesn't have that flash. So Chewy Lot looking to get the dash, taking a lot of minions up. The ward does go down, but not going to be enough gap closing, and Mundo does flash and get out, but definitely a lot of flashes blown and a lot of opportunities for these junglers to gank early game.
Yeah, there was just a lot of skirmishing going around the map
Mhm.
right now. Not as much as there was last week. I'm actually being able to get to talk this week, which is
Yes,
kind of
you are.
surprising to myself. But yeah, Swag Sidon, and is it Tui and La? Is that how you pronounce it? Tui and La? I'm not
Sure.
particularly sure. But yeah, they're playing very well. It's really a lot of back and forth up top, but
Mhm.
they are staying about one wave ahead in terms of farm and coming out either
Yeah,
even or just on
and
top of these skirmishes.
off the back of that reset, they will have Dragon Prio, 2 pinks in the river to secure this. A ward on the Raptors as well. So that'll be first Ocean Drake going over to Literal Monkey's water.
Yeah, very fitting Drake going over there first.
Yep.
Not going to be the soul today. It's either going to be air or fire or Hextech
Hex Tech,
first.
yeah.
It's
So
weird
definitely
being
some
able to
options.
say three different ones instead of just two.
Yeah.
I should be able
Yeah.
to say four, but, rip in peace to Chemtech.
No, it was get rid of it. It was horrible. Level 6 does come through for the top lane, and they're just still trading. Prio in the bot lane as well, and it's pretty close across the board for farm. There is a little bit of a difference in the mid lane, and PC swag side and just running to and law down right now. Level 6 pops the ultimate. Does not hit that last briefcase or the cleaver.
Ooh,
And
over the
good binding
wall,
though.
blinds.
Yeah, good binding
Very nice.
actually. It is still level 6, level 5, so they need to try to zone the Gwen off for a little bit longer. And Toronto coming back. Here they come. Daniel not able to land the knockup, though. But the damage is on the Best Buy support. The hook comes through. The Chomper is not quite in the spot where they want to be, but the flash is there. Attacking Titan. The flash in this area. They heal not enough. Too late. But we got a gank in the top lane. Two Lot does get stunned up. PC Swag Titan picks that kill up, and it is a 1-for-1 across the map. Both junglers making their presence known in game 1.
That could have been like an LCS play, and like you just get rid of all the
Yeah.
name tags, and I would have
Yeah.
believed you because you don't typically see junglers on opposite sides of the map
Mm-hmm.
taking advantage of knowing
Yeah,
where
no,
the
that
other
was good.
jungler is and going after
Yeah.
that counter play. So it was
We're gonna have
very
a
nicely done
place.
by both teams there.
Yeah, so they could dive here. Best Buy support is on the way. Looks like they're gonna opt off and just go for the Gromp, but
Oh, Chinese
it
spy.
was ugly for a half
Damage.
second there. Yeah, a
It
lot of
was. It was
damage.
getting very
It
close. They definitely could have
yeah.
if a voyage went through, passage, whatever it is from
Hmm.
Tom Kench landed. There's no way versus living, no heal, no flash.
But so I do want to point out, so the junglers did split the map, but look who was the main benefactor of this. It is PC swag side. Look at the
Hmm.
plates taken up in the top lane, the gold difference and the CS difference. That's about 800 gold right now that the Mundo has over that Gwen, and a lane that's already a little bit difficult for the Gwen because the Mundo just kind of runs them down. So I think that's sitting really good right now for Literal Monkeys.
Yeah, for sure setting it up into the Mundo as well, who obviously needs to be ahead of this Gwen so he can survive in these fights. The only thing that wasn't taken was the Rift Herald because it wasn't up yet, but now
Yeah.
it is being taken by Attack Titan and Vanderall.
Yep, the
Support
support
up in the top lane.
support is there, so they should be able to get this with the roam. And you have to be a little cautious that, but not yet, does not get dove in the bot lane. But looks like they're able to clear that one out. And DeAndre Jarvan kind of sniffing around, not going to go for it, won't get it, so it does stay safe. And that'll be first Rift Herald for Jasmine Dragons.
Yeah, and bot lane of water really should be taking advantage of this by shoving in the wave as
Mhm.
hard as they can because they should know, I think, that Zoe's down here alone. I think they saw Tom Kench up top when DeAndre
Mhm.
Jarvan got a little bit of vision there,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
instead they're opting to keep it slow pushing.
Yeah, I think they could have gotten one, maybe two plates, but now they kind of set themselves up to
Yeah, I
slow
said
push
Zoe,
in
Zeri.
the freeze on the Zeri. Yeah, so we'll see. Good,
It starts
good
with a
cleaver.
Z, it's an E girl, and the
Hmm.
champion annoys me. They're the same thing, and it doesn't really matter what I call
Man,
them.
Swagside is landing these cleavers, but Attack Titan is here. Swagside does pop the ultimate. The anti-healing, not quite there. The damage, though, is going to be there, though. The flash follow-through
Ooh,
comes
nice.
through in Two and Lot does pick up their first kill of the game. And that gold lead that was there is greatly diminished, especially with the Rift Herald being dropped in the top lane to get that Gwen back in the 1v1.
Yeah, Zoe number 3 up top there, getting a nice kill for herself. They're going to take a couple plates, maybe even the
Mhm.
first tower.
DeAndre
DeAndre Jarvan going
Jarvan
to come up here to try to
does have
stop
to
him.
be a little bit. Oh
Oh,
my
he
gosh,
might
the
get the kill on
damage
Attack
though.
Titan.
Yeah, oh, the good pillar
He has the
comes through,
flash.
but the flash, yep. Oh no, it's one. They're going for 2 kills. Can DeAndre Jarvan get it? Nope. Gonna smartly back out. And that is a 1 kill going back over. So 1 for 1 in the overall trade. But really good job from DeAndre Jarvan to kind of get that one back with the flash.
Yeah, I'm surprised that actually happened there. The flash came through. I'm not sure where he
Yeah,
flashed. It looked like he flashed in place.
it
Because he
does. It
still had
does.
to run forward to get the
Hmm.
kill, but very good timing on it. I believe the flash just came up from the
Hmm.
gank down in bot earlier.
Yeah.
Dragon is up in 5 seconds, and it seems like Water have a slight advantage over the positioning on it at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, junglers kind of running there as fast as they can right now. Slight tempo advantage, I'd say, to the Jasmine Dragons as their jungler. We'll get there a little bit first, but look at that vision on the side of Literal Monkeys right now. It is lit up like a Christmas tree right now.
It is, yeah, a lot of vision down on the bot side. 3 control words using the bot, 1 up top in the tri-brush. Just a lot of very good
Mhm.
vision around the map, knowing where everyone is with the map awareness. Vandal getting caught.
Yep, that is going to be a little bit of trouble for the support, but they will be able to get out with the use of that heal. Attack on Titan, the flash comes
Ooh,
through by
nice
that
eat.
first support. The rocket does not connect, though, but the Tom Kench is in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the Corki package. Oh, no, it's an absolute massacre now. Double kill to the Corki. Jinx is excited. That's going to be the ace, 12-minute ace, a quadra kill for the Corki, and we talked about scaling. It's not about time. It's about the items and gold that you can get, and that is a whole lot of gold picked up on the Corki.
I'm just going to say it. That should have been a 12-minute penta for Chinese Spy.
Yeah.
I'm sure he just cashed out so much with First Strike as well there, with how much
Look at
damage
the
he did
gold
early
difference
on.
now.
Let me take a look at what he's got
Oh
with
my
First Strike here.
gosh.
Gold gained 128 gold at 12 minutes 28 seconds. It's not terrible for First Strike.
Yeah.
500 gold bounty already on him. They're gonna have 2 dragons, and just like that, they're gonna swing this gold lead about 3K.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's all on that mid laner too. 123 to 98 CS right now. 6,200 to the 3,800 gold difference between these 2 mid laners. And wow, Little Monkeys with that one dragon fight blew that game wide open right now.
Yeah, the game was very, very back and forth. I'm not saying it still can't be back and forth,
Oh,
but
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's
that
still a
play
close
really
gold lead, but
solidified it.
yeah, like they're hitting their breakpoint items right now. The Kraken Slayer comes through for the Jinx. We have a Hex Drinker working on, and the Minimune already picked up. So it's going to be, they're sitting pretty right now on these early game items.
Yeah, Corki, a lot of gold. I just realized
Mm-hmm.
6,300 gold, the
Yeah.
most in the game. 24 over what Morgana is sitting at.
Yep.
After that massive play, has the almost finished Manamune with the stacks. Hex Drinker, completed Stork Shoes, and a pickaxe. Those are no cheap items to have in your inventory right now compared to just a Lost Chapter and a Fiendish Codex.
Yeah, 23 CS above the Morgana. Oh, look at that rocket damage. It's a fifth of that Morgana's health gone in an instant. And like CS advantages across the board. Attack Titan is coming up on PC Swag side, and though Ultimate comes down, the flash through, but I don't think it's going to be enough. DeAndre Jarvan is going to be there, but not quite in time. Chinese Spy doing a ton of damage in the mid lane, but that is another kill going over to the 2v2 up in the top side for Jasmine Dragons.
Very well played here, getting the Zeri ahead. I'd like to see more going into the bot lane invested, although I do like breaking open the top. It's just Zeri later on is going to have not a great time when she starts getting locked down by Nautilus, Udyr, Mundo.
100%.
She's not going to always have this advantage of a 2v1.
And that is first tower going over to AK Jasmine Dragons right now. So they do have that going for them.
Yep. Nice little gold swing back towards him. Chinese Spy in danger here. I think he still has W. Oh my god, maybe he's not in trouble.
Yeah, the damage. Holy cow. Tuin is there as well, but DeAndre Jarvan is there to support the mid laner and almost turn that into 2v3. My goodness. I wonder, I guess they're looking for the W to come out of Chinese Spy. Pulling that was pretty smart on their half because the Morgana did have the flash ulti. I imagine that's what they were waiting for.
more than likely just so he can get a lockdown and
Hmm.
try to finish him off there. But wow, that was a
Right back, and yeah,
crazy play.
right back in lane with the team mat as well. So the wave
Moving
clear is
up to
going to be
Rift
there.
Herald.
Yeah, this could be a fight. The support is there
3v4?
early. Hmm.
4v4 if Tom Kench gets here. It is a solid 4v4. Zeri's
Yeah.
backing, potentially running up top.
Hmm. They have to get there fast, though. It's going to be a problem. I don't know if I'd fight this against the Corki right now. Just so much damage if he's able to connect these rockets
Yep.
down to 800 HP. The smite comes through. The ultimate in onto Attack Titan, drops the pillar, and both teams walk away.
Yeah, not too bad. You trade the Nautilus ult for, just a Rift Herald. So
Yeah.
you don't really have to expend anything. No one used any sums. So that's fine for them. They're going to pick up a tower in the bot side as
Yep, they're
well.
trying to get this
2.5k.
push in the mid lane, but Corki will be there in a second. They have to be careful. The dive could come through if the Dark Binding connects, but Chinese
Oh,
Spy
Attack
just so much
Titan.
damage. Attack Titan in trouble. The rocket not going to connect, but does W forward, looking for
Wow.
more damage. Yeah, that is a fed Corki, and
Ooh,
the Jinx
that
rocket
rocket.
almost connects. It was close, but not quite. Chinese Spy looking for more. This
Chinese Spy
should
is
be the mid lane
doing
turret, though.
damage.
Yeah, yeah. I
100%.
mean,
I think you need to give this up if you're Dobbs. You need to walk
A
away.
100%. Yep, John Jarvan does find Attack Titan in the jungle. They're going to fight it out a little bit, but the flash comes through from Jarvan, and it is a turret in the mid lane picked up.
Oh, the
Jinx
hook
not even in the
before it.
picture. The hook does connect, though, but it's going to be Vandrel. The top laner has roamed down. Best by support does have to flash. The Ignite ticking down. Will it be enough? It is. Vandrel picks up the kill on the Nautilus, and everyone else is kiting back in a 3v5 scenario. Gwen, you have to be careful. That is a fed Corki. And it is one kill on the overextension of the Nautilus.
Yeah, not a bad pickup. You share a little bit of gold
Mhm.
because the support did pick it up, but a kill is a kill is a kill. So a nice play overall. You trade one back for the tower. Now you have Dragon coming up in 8
Yep, Dragon in
seconds.
9 seconds. PC swag side.
Yeah,
Vandal going
Dragon's not
in.
looking good here.
Nope, Vandal does have to flash out Ganja Jarden and Jinx in the area. And
Here,
it
start up the
will look
Dragon.
like it will be the third Drake. So it's going to be an Infernal Soul. So stacked Infernal Soul at a 4-0 and 1 Corki with a Jinx who's scaling pretty well in this game right now. And definitely a little bit of trouble for the Jasmine Dragons.
Yeah, nice pickup here. It looks like they're going to try to trade the mid tower, but nobody really going there in the way of damage. They're sending Tom Kench and Morgana there. They can wave clear, but you'd like to probably see Zeri or even Trundle go up there to try to put some pressure in there to get
Yeah.
just a few auto attacks off to finish that.
Yeah, PC swag side getting a little aggressive. I don't know. Just looking to do a little poke. Good dodging out of the cleavers, though, from the Gwen. And Chinese Spy in the bot lane, just chunking people at the moment.
Yeah, it's Chinese Spy. He lands like earlier. He landed an ult onto Tom Kench, and I don't think I've ever seen a
Is this
Tom
a
Kench take
die?
so much
Yeah.
damage in one attack.
Yeah,
It
here
could
comes
be. You've
Andre
got
Jarvan. Yeah.
3v1.
Oh, it's gonna drop the rip. Yeah, you have to get out of there as the Gwen pops
Oh,
the ghost,
Swag Sighton's
runs
still
away.
tanking.
Yeah. Oh, I think they're gonna
Oh
live.
my
Yep. Oh, it
God,
was
that
close.
was
It got real ugly
nuts.
for a second. Though Chinese Spy could be in trouble.
Right.
Zeri and the Trundle is there, looking to turn this around. Gets the W out as well. The flash comes through, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. The damage, the tankiness from is there, and a shutdown kill going over to the Zeri for AK Jasmine Dragons.
Yeah, not a bad little chunk of change getting sent over to this area. We're going to
Mhm.
see a TP coming out from between Law.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to quite stop that Rift Herald, though, but that was off the back of a botched dive topside there, 3v1, and they just weren't quite ready with the wave, and they didn't have the Herald down quick enough to start tanking.
Yeah, and that's honestly a pretty big shutdown. As you see, Zeri's up in gold over the Jinx now, so you'd love to have that go over if you are AK Jasmine Dragons here, and a little bit more pressure in the mid lane. See, the 2v2 is there to answer it though, but we'll see if they look to get spicy with this. Vandal is off on the side. It is a 2v3. You have to be a little bit careful, but looks like they will defend for now as Jandra Jarvan is in the area.
Not a bad stop. It's only a couple auto
It's
attacks,
close,
but
yeah.
you're still saving your tower. The issue is that Verja really hasn't been around the map since the first little play down there, and they haven't really grouped up with Chinese Spy yet, which is really what they're playstyle should be when they're ahead that early and they were blowing everyone up. By waiting it out now and letting Jasmine Dragons kind of dictate the pace of this game, they're starting to get more gold and they're starting to decrease the gold lead that's being that was, I should say, brought up very fast by Litmon Water.
Yeah, so they're going to hold for now. All outer turrets again, and they are starting to move the vision into AK Jasmine Dragons side of the jungle, but it's kind of stagnated at this point as everyone's just kind of in their lane assignments, farming up for their next items at the moment. And it is a minute 54 before that next Drake appears. So I'm assuming we're not going to see a lot of action until that occurs.
Yeah, I think it might even be smart if Little Monkeys even just go for the Baron and
Potentially,
play around that, because either you're giving up one Drake or you're going to see Jasmine Dragons try to contest the Baron, which is more than likely going to happen, and then you kind of just get a free set of kills in that
Attack
situation.
Titan face checking. This is the 2v2 they were talking about earlier, but a couple more items. The rocket comes through. PC Spike Titan does have to flash. Yandere, Jarvan, the flash not quite up, but the Jinx is there to answer it, and looks like they're not looking to turn. So that is a pretty big cooldown that they did burn before this dragon fight.
Yeah, now, like, Zeri's getting... Not Zeri, excuse me. Gwen is getting less and less problematic, or more and more problematic, and less behind. Because she just shredded Swag Titan right
had
there.
A lot of damage.
Through an ult.
That is something we didn't really talk about. There is a Gwen, really good tank buster with items, and we're seeing the Gnasher's Tooth into the Leeching Leer. So once they get a little bit of heal cut as well, it's going to get real ugly.
For sure, yeah. It's not going to be fun. And DeAndre Jarvan either. I mean, like, right there we saw the power, like, 2v1, essentially. That was even before Attack Titan got around there. So, dope. Swag Titan.
Swag Titan taking a little bit of damage. Does not have that ultimate yet. So with the dragon coming up in 19 seconds, this is a big fight. And the Corki looks like they're going to try to get that base off. Does have the teleport up with...
That was a root that... I don't know how that hit.
Connect. Yeah, I don't know. Attack Titan. They're just kind of pushing them out right now. They have the vision advantage at the moment. Jinx is a little bit separate. Oh,
Zeri's going in.
They're looking for the fight. Yeah. Jinx does have to flash. Jarvan able to walk away. The teleport comes through. Corki is in on this fight, though, so look for them. That's a huge ult across the middle of the team fight, and the Jinx is left free hitting. No one is touching the AD carry. Zeri trying to get away with the blast cone. Good hook from Best Buy support. That is 2 kills, 3 kills. Attack Titan, one of the only remaining members, is trying to run out, but Jarvan's looking for it.
He's Udyr.
It is a fast Udyr. Does get the stun coming through. And it's just a tick fight.
They call him the Keemstar of Udyrs.
Just slaps him down.
Oh, and Chinese Spy still chasing.
Still chasing. There is a lot of mobility, though. The rocket hits. Oh, we're looking for one more auto attack.
1 second.
And here it is. Here it comes.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, into the
wall.
wall.
Rocket dodged out. The second
he went into W.
Can't dodge out the E. Yep. So that is Infernal Soul, the Ace, and the Baron. 6-12, and about a 4,000 gold lead separates these two teams right now.
And all that was really is Monkey's Water finally grouping up after about 15 minutes and just doing what they did at the beginning of the game again. Playing around the Corki, playing around the Jinx, and then just letting your tanks keep everybody peeled.
And it looks so good from the engage. The pillar was actually really well placed. It split the carries from the rest of the team. They went on the engage onto the Jinx, but they just couldn't finish it. Now, before you know it, Chinese Spy gets the TP in the middle, drops the ultimate, and just, or the W, sorry.
The package.
And just does, the package.
It might as well be his
so
ultimate, right?
Damage.
I mean, like,
yeah,
that's
pretty
the
much.
big thing you play around.
Yeah, there's such a good package from Chinese Spy, splitting the team fight up and then saving the carries. And they really didn't touch Chinese Spy either with that late TP.
No, yeah, he came in, he was kind of in the middle, he was caught out between the bottom 2 and the top 3, ended up, like you said, using that W right down the middle in a very, very good way, and just choking out all of Jasmine Dragon.
So Gwen did pick up the bot lane turret, does get the objective bounty on that, but they're going to take the tier 2 middle turret as well as the tier 2 top lane turret, and they're potentially looking for more. The rocket comes through, that will be dodged out though, so mid laner lives for a little bit longer. But they have the Baron up in the top lane and the mid lane right
Nobody's
now. They
going
just need to
top.
sit there. They can't deal with the siege minion right now because they walk up and they're just taking so much damage from the Corki rockets.
They're letting
Oh, they're looking
Mundo.
for a
The
flank here.
Mundo's just destroying
Yep,
everything.
Munda does get the turret up in the top lane. They're looking for this fight here. Best Buy support does take the tongue.
Ooh, not a good ult.
And yep, not a good ult. Best Buy support does get dropped, and they are cutting this one back. They get the Jinx, they get the bot lane, but no one's stopping the Mundo. They just need to kind of be obnoxious. Gianna Jarvan going in, and Vandrel trying to get the knockup. Not going to have it, though. Oh my gosh, that damage. Gianna Jarvan
Oh
does
my.
pick that one up. They lost the inhibitor in the top lane as well, as PC Swag Sidon is just hanging out, running down the Gwen right now. We'll trade a little bit of that damage back. The Morgana is there, does pop the ultimate, but it's, oh my gosh. This
Oh,
could
he's
be a
stuck under
1v2
tower.
under turret, though. It's not going to happen.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
Oh, that was so close. But meanwhile, in the mid lane, they take the inhibitor turret. So things are just not looking good for Jasmine Dragons across the map right now.
Yeah,
as
I
they
mean, I
split that.
understand what they were going for in the mid lane and waiting for Water to kind of use any abilities or just kind of falter in any way to take advantage of that, but they let Mundo run through that top and just take the inhib essentially for free. And now that mid lane inhib is cracked open, you've got Elder in about 2.5 minutes, which is going to be about enough time for your inhib to come back online. But what can you do? Because now you're going to have Siege and minions coming through the top, right? You're going to have the super minions up top and then a dragon on bot.
Yeah, exactly. That is the worst place for your inhibitor to be down right now with the Drake spawning in 2.5 minutes.
I mean, they can hope, just use a TP, have Morgana stay up there, just keep using W, Tormented Soil, on the minions, because she's going to be doing the most damage to them, and TP down, but you're banking on a 4-second TP, which a lot can happen in 4 seconds.
That it can, and they are looking to catch this Gwen out potentially. Under tier 2 bottom turret. Oh yeah, it's 100% dive if they get it. McCorkey knows it's there. Best Buy support just zoning off. Yeah, they did push that top lane out, but because of that and the pressure that they have with this upcoming dragon, they are going to lose the tier 2 bottom turret as Jinx gets excited, and they own top jungle, bot jungle, you name it. It's Little Monkey's territory right now.
Yeah, I think the clear from Attack Titan up top was good. He kind of needed that, just for the gold because of how much Little Monkey's water is just running through the jungle at the moment. I'm kind of glad that they waited and didn't immediately TP to bot to stop this tower push, because stopping the tier 2 tower, you're not gonna save much by that. At this point, you really want to wait for something around an Elder Drake or around your own play style if you're defending.
Yeah, and this is do or die for Jasmine Dragons here. If they win this, they have to win a couple more team fights, but the issue is Little Monkeys picks a good fight here. It's all over. We're going to game 2.
Right, and they still have the that Dragon Soul as well, so they're doing a lot of damage in these fights, which I completely forgot about. It's a lot that comes from that soul in terms of extra damage. 30 seconds left on the Elder timer here. You do see a little bit of a Death Bush from Vandal and Attack Titan, but they don't have much damage backing them up. They're just 2 tanks.
Yeah, and no one's going to check out either. The ward comes through, so they know someone's there. And they're just content with clearing the mid lane right now. Oh, PC Swag Sidon could be in a little bit trouble. The root comes through the damage, a knock-up as well, and Zeri gets that kill. So it will be a 4v5. Chinese Spy has to do a great job of avoiding these bindings like they just did, and then landing rocket damage. The package is there on the Corki, though. Or did it just
Minions are pushing top hard. They need to make a play around this dragon.
They're pushing in the
Water can just chill and wait.
Yeah.
They don't need to do anything. They can wait for these minions to end the game.
Well, Chinese Spy going through with the package onto 3 members. The Jinx damage is there. Vandal goes forward. Chinese Spy will pick that one up. Attack Titan doing what they can, but not going to matter. The Jinx kiting that one backwards. Gwen does get dropped as well. Goes golden before they drop. And it is a 4v5.
That's going to be it.
The TP comes through from Chinese Spy. The heal there for good measure to get them closer into the base. TP. But that is game 1. Going over to Literal Monkey's water. Chinese Spy popping off with the Corki in game 1, and you imagine it's not going to be allowed in game 2.
I can't imagine either. We were both kind of surprised that it got through.
Mhm.
Understandable on the Victor ban for sure, but that was even banned by Literal Monkeys. So that's something they could pick up next game, even if the Corki's
Yeah.
banned, unless it gets double banned. But then you're focusing a lot of resources on banning out Chinese Spy.
Yeah, and GG's over to Little Monkeys for game 1. We're going to throw to a quick break, and we'll be right back with game 2. Can AK Jasmine Dragons bounce back, or will it be a 2-0 like you predicted for Little Monkeys? We'll be right back.
Seek me out, hear me shout, come get it, don't you simmer down. Right now, want you acting like you in the wild. Don't stop, give me no doubts. Let me know what you want. Your dark desires and your thoughts. Yeah, you can hunt me like a sport now. I got a cold heart, but I'm running hot. I let you cut in that line if you want the spot when you're ready. Baby, come get it. You better work hard, what you waiting for? I'm not a domino boy, but I'll take the floor when you're ready. Oh, baby, come get it. Run, 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 I'm waiting. wondering if you're heartless. 'Cause you don't let me see the lights. That you don't really want me, you just wanna call me. But only on the lonely nights. You give me just enough that I don't give up. You give me just enough to keep me begging for your love. Locked away, you save me for a rainy day. Locked away, till you need me I stay. Locked away, and you don't care, it hurts to wait. Locked away, locked away, locked away, locked away, locked away. I cannot escape this, even though you make it. You make it seem like I'm still free. But baby, just admit it, you would fucking miss it. 'Cause you like the hold you have on me. So you give me just enough that I don't give up. You give me just enough to keep me begging for your love. Locked away, you save me for a rainy day. Locked away, till you need me I stay. Locked away, and you don't care, it hurts to wait. Locked away, locked away, locked away, locked away. Locked away. Locked away. Locked away.
Welcome back. Litter Monkeys Water on the blue side, aka Jasmine Dragons on the red side. We're in pick and ban. Zach is banned, and it does look like they have the sub or the E sub AD carry for AK Jasmine Dragons. So they will be losing 2 bans. So we get to patiently wait
Yeah, it's
while
kind of unfortunate.
everyone gets to figure out. I think what we should do is maybe game 3, if it goes to that, just here are 2 bans that we're not gonna play that maybe you can remove, you know?
Huh.
But Fiora taken away. So Tween Law, did I say that right? I think
It's
we
Twee.
had just
Yeah, you
because
say
we had a
Twee.
whole conversation about it. I Googled it and I got something totally different than what was said. But yeah, so Twee and La not playing that Fiora up in the top lane in game 2 as the second ban does tick down. Maybe the Hecarim ban again against Sandra Jarvan. The issue is there are so many good mid lane picks right now. It's almost like you have to handshake and just let 2 of them through, right? Like
Right.
let
I
the
mean,
Victor up or the Corki up, then take the Ari or something like that. Like it's kind of an awkward situation for them right now.
it's a it's a weird situation for sure. It sucks that they have to lose the first 2 bans
Yeah.
because I'm sure that would change the entire
Ooh.
outcome of even the last game.
hmm
But yeah, that Zeri first pick yet again. This
For
time it could
Versia
be
in the
going
bot
over
lane up
to
against the
yeah.
Jin.
That's a
All right.
strange pick.
And the Corki locked in for AK Jasmine Dragon. So I like Jin, but I am always afraid of early picking Jin when you
Hmm.
can just build tank, right?
Right.
Like Jin is so good against squishy characters, but once you add in that kind of tanky, beefy front line, it feels so bad when you play Jin.
I mean, we saw the Mundo get picked last game. You know,
Hmm.
can't imagine we see any other
Ari,
type of tank. Ari
yeah,
gets picked up after being banned last game. They decide,
yep.
hey, if you're gonna pick up our Corki early, we're gonna pick up the Ari early, and that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so answering one for one here, mid and ADC both selected. So I wonder if it's going to be. I think maybe you pick your bot lane here. Jungle is still available, so that's an option as well. But it would feel kind of odd to let supports go so deep into
Oh,
it, and
okay.
they're going to go
Picking
with the
Udyr
Udyr.
early. I'm not a
All
big fan
right,
of picking the Udyr this early, without
yeah,
seeing anything. Really, I mean, it works, I guess, against Jin, because Jin doesn't have a
you
whole
just
lot of
run
movement.
Jin down. Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
but Jasmine Dragons need to pick something heavy in the bot lane. Pick like Nautilus.
yeah,
Pick Morgana even if you want to do that. Pick something that could stop Udyr from running at your ADC.
yeah. I wonder. Do they play Olaf? No, okay, so it is a Mordekaiser lock-in. Olaf is actually like I think pretty good into Udyr. What are you gonna do when you just pop the Ragnarok
Yeah, and
as
then
an
you get
Udyr? Just run
and then
away
you
and you
get no
die.
no
Yeah, you
stoppage
just get
at
run
all.
over.
Is
But
this Mordekaiser going top, or do you think it's
yeah,
going
I think it's
jungle?
top. I think it's a top lane
Okay.
Mordekaiser. Looking at what they play up in the top lane.
I think this is another takeaway from Literal Monkeys, though, because they banned Hecarim, Mordekaiser, and Ari.
Actually,
They
you know
picked the
what?
Corki, and they took the
I think
Mordekaiser.
it's a jungle Mordekaiser. Actually,
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
I think it's a jungle Mordekaiser. Yeah. So they're banning junglers out still, thinking it's a top lane Mordekaiser, but let me tell you, I think you're wrong. So we'll see what they lock in here.
It's
This
just a pretty big
should,
flex, even.
yeah, I mean, they should go support here. It'd be pretty good spot to pick that one up.
Mhm.
If they go top here, I think they're kind of trolling. I don't think there's anything that's that contested between these two picks right now, or these two
Right.
players. We'll see though. A lot of top lane
I think you just
bans
pick
towards the
Nautilus
back half of
here.
this.
I'm not a big fan of the Thresh.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad for the Jin. You can peel off the Udyr, right? Um,
Yeah, it's
So I
just.
think it's
Mm,
all right, but I think there could be some more. I think you're gonna have a very hard time laning against the Zeri and the Ari as Thresh.
yeah, not. It's just
Obviously, Ari's
into the
gonna be the late
later
game.
game.
Hmm.
Like Thresh has such a long wind up animation on his Q. I think if you
Yeah.
pick something that's just a lot quicker, like the Nautilus that we're seeing
y-
picked up
Yep.
now, even Morgana, even Alistar, I would have liked better.
Hmm.
It's just Thresh in this case when you have Udyr,
Yeah.
Ari, and Zeri that can easily sidestep that hook because it doesn't even have that big of a
Hmm.
hitbox either.
Udyr
They have so
feels.
much movement.
Yeah, Udyr feels so bad in the Alistar as well. Just
Yeah,
constantly getting knocked away, knocked up. It's such a crappy time to play into the Alistar. But Alistar is not picked, and it is a Kled in the top lane. So we have to imagine it is counter pick to AK Jasmine Dragons, assuming that the Mordekaiser is in the jungle. I think it'd be kind of weird for them not to put it in the jungle, since they do have the counter pick up in the top lane.
right.
And let's see what they kind of
Kled,
opt
huh?
into. Yeah,
Kled's a
I
very
mean,
good blind pick.
yeah. What would I want to see up here? Actually,
Shen,
doesn't
probably.
Mordekaiser do fairly well in the Kled right now too?
It's kind of 50-50. Basically, the way
Ooh,
Kled works is if you land a bear trap on a rope, you win. You win you
true.
win the trade. If you miss it, you lose the trade. It's 50-50. The champ is literally a coin flip. But Aurelia is gonna get picked up here. So I
I'm
think
pretty sure Kled does well into
we know.
Aurelia.
I think so too. And
I
I think
think
he
that's
even
actually
has
like
a
a
better time.
I think that's one of the better matchups for Kled as Aurelia. I could be wrong
I think
though,
that's
but
correct.
that is they had the counter pick up in the top lane. I'm I'm kind of confused, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm gonna be real here. But yeah, that is gonna be Mordekaiser jungle. I don't know how I feel. Okay, so taking a look at these two
Confused.
drafts, how do we feel about these two comps here?
I think I like Little Monkeys just more. Uh, just based off of the movement they have in the ADC and the mid lane. They've got very good bruisers between the jungle and top, and a very nice tank in the jungle and then the bot lane and for support. Jasmine Dragons each have lanes that can win solo, I think.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
later on, I don't know how they're gonna fail into a team situation.
Okay. Well, we will see if AK Jasmine Dragons are able to bounce back in game two, or if it's going to be a quick 2-0 evening for Little Monkey's Water. We're going to throw it to a quick break, and we will be right back with all of the game two action. All right, we are back with game 2. You've have predicted the 2-0 for Little Monkeys Water on the blue side up against Agni Kai, Jasmine Dragons on the red side. Let's see if we can go to a game 3 and if Agni Kai can reverse sweep Little Monkeys Water, or if it's going to be a quick 2-0 evening tonight, as we see a typical 5v5, an Attack Titan jamming out in the mid lane with that Mordekaiser skin.
Wait, I'm crazy. I just realized AK Jasmine Dragons is Agni Kai, right? Like
Yes.
that's what the AK stands for. Okay.
Not the
I
gun.
I just didn't know. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know what I thought it stood for, honestly.
It'd be kind of a cool logo though, like a Jasmine Dragon just like holding in a,
Literally an
rifle there.
AK-47 Emerald Dragon or Fire Serpent.
Oh yeah, from
from
CS:GO.
CS:GO.
Yep. I used to
Yeah.
have one of those. Good times.
Same. I won it on CS:GO lottery and then lost it on CS:GO
Oh.
lottery when I was betting on teams. But
Yeah, I know a guy who
fun
spent
times for sure.
$1,000 inventory once. It was rough to see it happen. Yeah,
that hurts.
up and down, the struggles of gambling problems.
I miss that. I still open
Okay.
case and stuff. But standard start for both teams, 5
Yep.
point. We're going to see a red start for both
There's
junglers
a
here.
fake leash in the bot side, but
Yep, I like it.
I'm sure it's pretty obvious when the top laner walks
I
the
don't-
top lane.
Yeah, I was about to
150.
say.
Yeah, the bot lane's gonna get there before the top lane does. So that was a bit of a long leash, but I guess Mordekaiser needing that. They do get the experience. Does it really get the XP in the top lane though?
Negative.
Looks like
I don't think.
no.
Well,
It looks
maybe?
like they missed a minion.
Yeah, missed one
Yeah, missed
minion
a
there.
minion. So that is a pretty big advantage for PC swag side, and I don't know if they recognize that, but that's pretty good. A little bit of damage in onto, but
wow.
not yet. Ooh, the dashes come through from Tui and La, and the level 1. I hate fighting Kled early. It's so
hurts.
obnoxious. Yeah, level 2 does come through. Vandal is going to be in trouble. Does get the flay, but the hook comes through as well, and that is a flash that has to come out. Vandal blown early, not respecting the 2v2 in the bot lane against Little Monkeys Water, and this is the second time they've hit that level 2 early.
Yeah, good catch in the bot lane. Good flash by Vandal to get out of there. Thankfully, but not yet, not using that heal.
The hook comes through. That is a lot of damage, though, but that's all the damage that's going to happen. The hook back, and they recognize it, but not yet. The heal comes through. It is first blood, and that is a big 2v2 pickup for AK Jasmine Dragons.
For sure, a very nice play there. Best by support. Not sure why he re-engaged. Not sure why he re-engaged and didn't use Ignite at the same time, so that the heal was negated. But not yet.
Yeah, from Tween. Level 2 up against level 3, though, and we see the Corki early wave clear up against the Ari right now with the Gatling gun. Vandal's taking a little bit of damage, though, but we'll be all right.
Yeah, nice little trade back there from Chinese Spy as well. Going to be down about a half of a level, maybe a little bit less, as he did just hit level 4
is coming there. We'll see if the charm, if they want to do this, this has to be a flash charm. The flash comes through. The flash charm, just like that, and that's a kill from DeAndre Jarvan. 1-1 on the board, and double flash to pick up the Corki in the mid lane, but that is a big kill as they attack Titan in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, where you shouldn't be. DeAndre Jarvan is taking a decent amount of damage, but best by support with the Ignite does pick up that kill, and it is 2 for 1 for Little Monkeys Water right now.
I'm not sure what Attack Titan was doing there, if he thought he maybe just wanted to steal away the Scuttle and 1v1 DeAndre Jarvan, which definitely makes sense. But when you don't have eyes on Nautilus and your mid laner just died, Chinese Spy is still hanging around there, you can't really contest that very well, because regardless, it's a 2v1 if Chinese Spy decides he's going to move down.
Yeah, Dobbs did blow the teleport, though, to get back in the lane, so maybe Attack Titan was thinking, I will have backup from my support or from my mid laner who has the item advantage, but just not quite there on the timing, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunate for them for sure, but they are about 500 gold ahead at the moment. Dragon going to be up in 15. Nobody really has a solid lead in the bot lane here. Obviously, there is the 1 kill advantage too, but not yet. But he is still only sitting on that longsword with the biscuits, which is what he started off with. So didn't get anything on the buyback. And now we are seeing a couple pings coming out on the bot side. Attack Titan is up top. Ari has advantage on the mid wave, and we are seeing DeAndre Jarvan heading towards bot side.
Yeah, they want you to get that early dragon, it looks like, through the pings. There is a ward, though, so they should be safe. Vandal doesn't have flash, but the lantern is there should they need a lantern to Jin out. And looks like they're trying to start off that dragon right now with Tween Law and PC Swag side and just kind of juking each other out with the skill shots and the dashes up in the top lane right now. Bear Trap on her up does connect, but almost takes a turret shot. Able to joust out in time, though.
You see Twee and Law clear up here, down only about 5 CS. So just under 1 full wave, which is really the only difference from early on when they missed that one.
A little bit aggressive, yeah. He's going to
pop him off.
Proc, yep, the pass. The PC Spike side is walking out, so that's going to be obnoxious to deal with for a little bit in the top lane. And, you know, the sticking potential from the Aurelia doing work up in that top side right now.
Yeah, I think it'd be smart for Twee and Law to build like Executioner's Calling early. Like early. First item come in Executioner's Calling, because then Swag Side can't do much in these early trades unless it's a 2v1. But even then, if Attack Titan's around, it's a 2v2, they hard win that.
Yeah, we'll see. But right now, I feel like we had a little bit more action, but there is a bit of a lull in this early game at the moment as both teams just kind of getting the resets off.
Yeah, a little bit less engaging than the last game. Everybody kind of focusing on farming. Just, I mean, can't really do too much in the early game in the way of all-inning on any of these champions until you hit level 6. So right now, everybody just focusing on farming, trying to get that late game scaling, mid to late game scaling going on, because no one is really an early game champion in this, barring Kled Aurelia. But we're seeing how that's going up top. It's just kind of a farm fest.
So Vandal roaming up towards the mid lane, trying to make sure that Dobbs does have some of that vision support there.
Well, Invade
plays safe. Yeah.
Coming up here as well by DeAndre Jarvan.
Yeah, not going to find much, though. The Mordekaiser did clear the top side of that jungle, and I don't know if that's the 2v2 that you want. I don't know if he knows Attack Titan's there. Should know.
Swag Titan's level up, has the wave advantage if they decide to go in, but he's not going to be quite spot on that ward.
Yeah. Bear Trap on a rope, it does connect. The stun does connect as well. The dash comes through. It is level 6 to level 7, and both junglers are there.
DeAndre Jarvan
Attack Titan finds the ultimate. Yep. That is going to be a rough spot.
Okay,
the charge does get dropped. Yep. The jousting in. It is a 1-for-1 so far. PC Swag Side and Attack Titan looking for it. The flash comes through. The dismount as well. And there is no flash. The maze
can't use that over a wall.
A 2-for-1. Chinese Spy is there. Dobbs is looking for it. The charm does connect. Does have the ultimate. That gets popped. Looking like they're trying to get out. They will get out with a dash, though. And what I was going to mention before all that action popped off is the level disparity between the bot lane supports. But it is a lot of damage on a but not yet. The Zeri looking for it. The flash comes through. The flash as well. One more auto attack will do it, and that is picked up. Is it the double kill?
Ooh, whoa! Oh my God!
Oh, no.
Oh, but what did he get it? How did he get it?
It is picked up. The auto goes through the turret. You love to see it.
I didn't think the auto could go through the turret. I thought it hits the turret.
Oh, okay. It went through. It was a half blunder there for Zeri, but it is picked up, and it is a double kill in the 2v2, and things are going pretty well for Water.
Oh, the static shock. Oh my, okay. That's exactly what it was, wasn't it? Wow, okay. That was just crazy. Very nicely played by Version down there with Best Buy support, even after going down earlier on from, but not yet, with a bad trade by Best Buy.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's looking potentially a little rough on the top side for this Kled right now. At least what we've seen in the 2v2. Attack Titan just does so much damage right now with that blasting wand.
Sorry. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Attack Titan.
Here comes DeAndre Jarvan, though. Yeah, Bear Trap on the rope does connect.
Good double stun
into the ultimate, though, but point and click CC coming out from the Bear. Gets slapped down, and that's another kill. Over to DeAndre Jarvan.
Yeah, that was a very, very nice play up top there. But, I mean, I can't take away from Twee and Law there. That was a crazy double stun and a lot of damage. Almost traded back at least one, but ends up being no match for, like you said, the point and click.
Is there in the mid lane? The ultimate from Chinese Spy is there. The charm comes through. A little bit of damage. The
nice hook
does connect. Vandal does take it. The flag comes through into the ultimate, and it is a flash. from Chinese Spy to get out, but here comes the charge. Yep, Bear Trap on a rope does connect on the Dobbs. The damage is there as well. Vandal, nothing he can do to peel, and it is the hook landing onto the support as well. More damage to come through, but a hook onto the RA, flayed back in. Attack Titan picks that one up, and it is a 2v3. The ultimate does get dropped on a PC Swag side, and the dismount has already come through. Is there anything that he can do? It is a hook onto Tweenly. And actually, it's not going to connect. It does get out. Attack Titan taken solo. The shield comes through. The Aurelia stun does not connect, and best support decides to go back in. No one else is there, and no further follow-up damage. A lot of skill shots hitting, and only 1 for 1.
That was just all over the place. Nobody really finding out who to go after there. Pop-Tart calling out the Twee and Lee. I was just going to let it go by. Just got caught up in the moment, but Pop-Tart had to call it out. Nice stun there by Twee and La. Charm gonna land, but Chinese Spy. And just a 2v1 in the mid lane. Everybody's setting up around the dragon. That's gonna be Hextech coming up here, and that should be secured. Unless it's stolen.
Yes, 1 for... No. Oh, the Flay comes through. They do pick that dragon up, and Jin with the curtain call comes through. The Aurelia does get taken down. They're tanking this one up right now. The dismount does come through, and it is a 1 for 1 Ocean Drake. The 80 carry does get hooked. Vandal does get that. The Flay comes through, though. Not going to be enough. Dobbs looking to make a little more damage. They're looking for him, though, but it's going to be one more auto attack. They get it. Double killing it onto DeAndre Jarvan there. 12-4 in kills, and things are looking good for Literal Monkey's Water in this early game.
As crazy as that was, like, I think hooking Versia right there was actually a bad thing. I think hooking them means that you were locked in place and now were forced to die. If they just kept on running, I think they may have potentially gotten out. Instead, double kill, or not double kill goes over, 2 more kills go over to Versia and DeAndre Jarvan there. And they are pretty stacked right now. 5K.
1,000 gold difference, 12 minutes. Everyone on water has. Yeah, PC Swag side is looking for it, though.
Oh, good hook.
Attack Titan will get the ultimate in. The dismount soon to happen. One more auto attack. There it is. PC Swag side over the wall, though, does live, actually. Chinese Spy in a little bit of trouble. Oh, that's a 2-man pullback right now. DeAndre Jarvan trying to do what he can to get out, and everyone lives, actually.
I don't know how does this keep happening?
Monkey's Water. I don't know. They are playing on a knife's edge, and they are coming up victorious every single time. What I wanted to mention before they started fighting, everyone on the side of Water has a shutdown right now.
Yeah, it's massive. 150, 300, 150, 200, 150. But in each of these fights, it looks like Water is behind, right? It looks like someone's getting caught out, someone's getting ulted by Attack Titan and getting absolutely shredded. And that someone is usually Swag Sidon, but it's giving him a chance to remount while he's in there, or use his ult to just garner movement speed to stay alive.
Speaking of which, Tweenla in a little bit of trouble. The dash comes through. The Q is there, burning down one more attack. It's not going to happen, but oh no, Attack Titan is there in the area. The stun comes through. The flash as well, and oh, you hate to see it. So close in the 1v1, but the jungler is there to bail them out. Actually, going to be another... Yep, doesn't matter. That's
that was a poorly played fight by Swag Sidon there to not just walk up to Twee and La to finish the kill. One auto attack. Even if she were to Q, you would auto attack before she landed on you. Instead, try to make the cool fadeaway play and ends up paying for it. Meanwhile, on the bot side, though, it is a 2v1, I believe. I don't see Nautilus down there, do I? Or not Nautilus, I'm sorry, Thresh. I know, Vanderall's up in the top side blue.
They have to be careful, though. This is such a diveable Jin. Just press R. They might just look for this, then go. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
They're not going to get it, but the ultimate comes through. Dobbs is going to die in the middle, though, to Chinese Spy. One more auto attack that does come through. A flash.
Oh, the flash
into it as well. Yep. It's going to be too little too late. You have to leave that early. If you think that turret's going to be down there is no reason you should be there. Unfortunately, but not yet. Does not heed that advice. Does die after the turret drops in. 14-5. 6,000 gold separates these two teams right now. Is Vandal getting dove under the turret? Attack Titan is there. Try to take down PC Swag side, and I think the dismount does come through. Breach up and up is connected. The ult gets dropped, and I don't think there's a whole lot of hope for PC Swag side here. Back up against the wall. Oh, yep. I don't think it's gonna matter though. The hook comes through. Vandal does pick that one up in the end. Zeri is there though.
Good Lantern.
It was close. Yep. The passive came through. Charm under the turret as well. Tween Lot taking a lot of damage from the Chinese spy. It was close though. I mean, PC's backside almost played that out, but just unfortunately, too much CC coming out of Vandrel there with a hook. And good damage, actually. Dobbs looking for this. Won't find it, though, as the bot lane for Little Monkey's Water walks away.
Yeah, Version need to be careful there. Getting a bit low as his Best Buy support. They're going to try to back off, reset. See how much gold she's sitting on. 1,500. Definitely want to back, get yourself some items. And come back here stronger. Whole mid lane's cracked open. Bot lane is pretty cracked open there. We are going to see a Rift Herald come up and a Drag come up in about the same time period, about 30 seconds.
Yeah, a lot of free real estate right now for Little Monkey's Water to move into the jungle of AK Jasmine Dragons. And I want to see some wards in there soon. And then top, you have to imagine that's not going to be up there much longer.
Yeah, you have to imagine dragons, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vandral and But Not Yet going for this Scuttle Crab, but probably just get taken away here by DeAndre Jarvan. Just thanks for the leash.
Yeah,
and now they kind of paved the way for Dragon to be opened up here. 2 seconds. I can't imagine this is going to be contested, but Rift Herald up top is going to be an objective bounty.
Yeah, I mean, they get the objective bounty, and it is only the second. Picking up that Hex Tech early on was huge for them.
Yeah.
To ensure that they were not walking away with a 21-minute soul.
Absolutely. And I mean, ooh, this is not getting
They're going to be
very fast here.
Chinese Spy comes in. They do pick that up. Yep, Chinese Spy looking for a little bit more damage. Does get ulted. The hook from Best Spy support not going to connect. The Lantern is there. Is anyone going to step on it? Nope, not going to happen. Judge Driven on the flank. But here comes PC Swag side. 1v5. Looks like Dobbs has the flash. It's going to be Chinese Spy on a rampage, taking down the Mordekaiser. One more kill to follow. Tween Lot. The curtain call does get dropped. Looking to try to find that last ability. Does get it. But the Zeri comes in over the wall, flashes up. That's a triple kill for the Water ADC. And an ace, 19-7. 7,000 gold separates these two teams at 17.5 minutes.
Very big play by Water there. Catch them out in a choke point, which you would think is really good for Jasmine Dragons, which it is. Unfortunately, Tween Law using the ultimate a little bit too early, only hitting one. Vandral not getting the most out of his cage, but not yet. A nice ult for them, and Dobbs obviously raining down fire ends up helping trade back one kill, but overall, the 5-for-1 in favor of Water. They don't really pick up anything in the way of objectives after it, though, which I think is the only thing. Yeah, I mean, no turrets because the whatchamacallit, wave was pushed up too far for them, so they were unable to collect anything else but finish off that one turret.
Yep, Baron had not spawned yet, unfortunately, but he'll be up in the next couple minutes. And PC Swag side looking for Dobbs, Bear chopping a rope, and jousting does connect. The pullback comes through, and the auto attack smacks him down. That is a kill in the 1v1 to PC Swag side and on that Kled in the top lane.
Dobbs should not be in the long lane. We saw in the first game, Chinese Spy getting caught out in the bot lane in the same fashion. And this time up in the top lane, he's either caught up. Corki does not fare well in those lanes unless he is using them to gank his own lane with his package. And that is not what's happening there. Swag side ends up getting on the board with another kill. Bot side, Chinese Spy just farming for himself, and everybody else just kind of setting up around these jungle perimeters, getting some vision, getting rid of vision where they can, and preparing for the next fight, which is more than likely going to be around this Baron that's coming up in 40 seconds.
Yeah, we're getting close to 10K here. And if you are on the side of AK Jasmine Dragons, what are you doing at this point to try to get back into this game? I know we don't like to call games, but 7K, sub 20 minutes, it is looking very difficult for Jasmine Dragons. But what do you think they can do to try to claw their way back into this game?
Oh, man, it's another one of those situations where I bring up that they kind of have to wait for a big fail by Water. They are just too far ahead, and champions like Aurelia are good when you get to the 2-3 item mark, no matter what. It's just at this point, Tween Law sitting at 6,400 gold with only 600 gold in the pocket, whopping 1,100 down to the Kled. you're not going to be seeing a good couple of items come in soon enough. And they did
Mhm.
opt for the Bork first item, despite being pretty far behind, which I am not a big fan of.
Oh, John Draven could be in a little trouble here. Does get pulled back from attack. Titan gets dropped into the Death Realm as well, trying to run for his life. He's just
He's
hanging out. Yep, the stun comes
oh,
through. Oh, the good Jin root actually coming through as well. And a
good
flash
play.
flay. Yep, trying to dash back. But here comes Chinese Spy. The follow-up damage is there. It's 2 quick kills traded back, and but not yet in trouble. The dash over the wall, a double kill, one for Ari as well. 3-1.
Oh,
PC Swag
Twee and La
side is
top.
dueling Tween Lot. Yep. One more auto attack. Oh, but the remount
The
comes through.
flash.
The flash to try to get out, but here comes the charge. One auto
Oh
attack
man.
will seal the deal. 4 deaths traded across the map, 4-1. And PC Swag side coming up with how much HP? There has to be a sliver of health
That is
remaining
ridiculously
on the
low.
Kled.
I can tell you right now, 103.
That's the most. Oh man, that I hate playing against Kled. That always happens to me. It's my fault, but it has to be one of the most tilting things in the game. Vandal looking for something. The charm does come through. Dobbs does
A
W
lot of
in, but
damage.
yeah,
Don't want to overchase that.
decent
But
amount
a
of
lot
damage
of
for sure. Yeah, but it is a 1-6 Porky up against a 6-1 Ari. Odds are that's not going to be favorable. The Baron does go over 24-8, and it is over 10K gold.
Early TP by Twee and Law. I don't like that. I understand they're trying to secure the bot side here. But Ocean is already up. You can
You
wait for your
have
team
to
to
let
move
this.
in and get a ward down.
You can't fight this. You're so far down. They could just end this game off the back of it. They have the Baron
Yeah.
buff. There's no reason they should be here. Attack Titan does
They're
get stunned up,
sacrificing the game
instantly
for
dead.
sure.
Yep, the jungler's done. This should be a dragon for them, as long as they don't do anything too crazy. The hook not going to land. PC Swag
Swag's gonna flash. Oh my
and
god,
a
into 4.
1v4 does get a kill. Oh my gosh, this man is crazy. The hook comes
Almost
through.
remount.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was nuts. 1v4 flash jousts and doesn't have the charge quite up to get their teammate there though.
Whoop.
But Best Buy support does find Vandal in the jungle.
Nice.
That is an absurd amount of damage. That is 2 quick kills. The third one as well, looking to try to crack this base. Literal Monkey's Water cannot be stopped in this game. They get 3 kills. They only lose the top laner who decided to jump in 1v4. And they get the dragon as well on Soul Point. But at this point, I don't think they really even need it.
No, I don't think so either. I really think Versia just said, "Hey, watch me play Zeri." Not,
Yeah, this is how you do it. Yeah.
Watch me do the champion real quick.
Threw the
And
gauntlet down
he
in game
did.
2. Yep.
Oh,
Corky coming in and a
okay,
1v3. Dobbs gets hooked up
Buddy.
and dropped. Attack Titan gets flashed on next, and that's a lot of damage. That is going to be another dead Mordecai. So the stone comes through, doesn't connect on anyone. And we're just waiting for the Death Realm. Jono Driven had a little bit of a struggle, but it does get dropped. This could be the game here. Vandal does get rooted up now, and that is a 1 kill going back on the side of AK Jasmine Dragons. Best Buy support gets the root up as well. Oh, does not connect the next one. A flash out from, but not yet. But is it the end of the game?
I think
There's
it
only
is.
one person to defend. The first Nexus turret
No minions
is
though.
under fire.
No minions close.
DeAndre Jarvin does not get the kill. There are not a lot of minions, and they're there now, though. They're looking for a little bit of damage on a but not yet. They get that one, though.
Okay, Corky's coming through.
Legendary Zeri. Yep. The hook not going to connect, but the damage
Buy's
is
gonna go
there
down.
from PC Swag side. Yep. Best Buy does get dropped. 2 members. Dobbs with the flash comes through. The damage is there, but PC Swag side it says nope. The game's ending now. 33-13. A convincing game 2 win for Little Monkey's Water.
For sure. 24 minutes, 14 seconds on the finish there with a, what is that, a 12,000 gold lead at the end.
Yeah.
Very nicely played overall. Just, I do think the draft was better in that game. I think in game 1 it could have gone either way. But like I said, at that 15-minute mark, whoever was ahead was pretty much going to win it. This game, Little Monkeys, I think, just had the advantage from the beginning.
Yeah, that was very. I mean, that was a very convincing victory for Little Monkey's Water there. Decent drafts in game 1 and game 2. I was a little skeptical of the Udyr, not going to lie, but great job using the point and click abilities. I'm trying to look at the damage graphs,
We
but
can't. They
my
still haven't
spectator
fixed
is
this.
all over the place
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
been
Yeah, that's
bugged
not
for
going
a
to be a
week
thing.
now, so we're not
Yeah.
going to be able to see that for a while.
Well, thank you all for coming out for game 1 and game 2. Congratulations to Little Monkeys. Water is they end their week 2-0, taking down Agnikai Jasmine Dragons. They will be sitting at 2-1, 5-3 overall, and AK Jasmine Dragons 1-2, 2-4 overall. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. We will see you back for week 4 Gold League. Take care.
Bye.